Microphone check. Testing sound. A very good evening, dear viewers. It is semi-final number 2 at the ongoing Albertine Pole Association 64-man competition. And now Eria Junior is looking 1-0 against Kelvin in a rest 7 in 1 hour and 15 minutes. And for your information, Caesar is not part of this competition anymore because of this guy that is queuing. He defeated Caesar 6-1. Yes, 6-1. It was in the last quarter final. He's now leading 1-0 against the others of the World B tournament favorites. Race to 7 live commentary is coming shortly. What we are waiting to see is if it will happen as it indeed happened in the last quarter final involving Eria, where he had just 3-1 lead, and since then he did not play fast again. Remember, the regulations of the tournament are rest to 7, 1, 2, 1 hour and 15 minutes, 3. Each shot is supposed to be taken in not more than 50 seconds, and 4. If time elapses with players drawing, then they will have penalties. That is, if the number of balls left on the table is less than 7. If it is 7 balls plus, then the ongoing frame is played to completion to determine a winner. The guy is queuing well enough and confident enough and realistic enough that he could take down a second big gun in the same competition. By the way, the winner of this match faces Ian Kaziwe in the final hours after he had light work on taking down Mirembe William in the last semi-final. Final score was 7-1. And it's a little bit of problem. I mean, Eria. Actually, you can see one of the reds and is spotted by the one closest to the corner pocket. Yes, he pots. What is not clear is whether the yellow ball that has been played right behind his red near the center pocket on the right will be too much. Astra, thank you for watching. You think Kelvin will win because he's been queuing very well? Yes, he has been queuing very well. But maybe the performance of the tournament so far was that last semi-final between Ian and William Milembe. Ian was something else. But consistently speaking, Kelvin has been the better player in the competition, at least only up to the semi-finals. He was having a rest in the hotel room. He was sleeping when the last quarter final was played. So he asked me, who am I going to be playing in the semi-finals? I told him Eria. Then he told me, what about Caesar? Then he told me Caesar has been beaten. Then he told me, so I have to focus. Maybe he thought that his opponent would be Caesar. Maybe his focus was on Caesar, and he now has to refocus, plan out a semi-final, and maybe a final if he wins this match, not having to play Caesar at all in the competition. But of all the Ugandans he has faced so far in this tournament, Eria is the hardest he is facing. And with due respect to Black Sheep, the opponent he faced in the first round, nowadays Eria plays slightly at a higher level than Black Sheep. And special thanks to the management of Chill and Bite Grill here in Hoima, the organizers of the competition. I'm just loving the fact that they are choosing to play the music very selectively, not exactly the music that maybe the crowd want to hear, that music that is strictly, mostly not copyrighted, that is considerate of the fact that the matches are being streamed on the internet, which doesn't go hand in hand with copyrighted music. Thank you, Chill and Bite. Thank you, Albertine Pool Association. The match has started out with Eria being the offensive-minded player and Kelvin having to do the shoddy work, feeding off crumbs that fall from Eria's table. And as a player, Kelvin knows that has to take it very serious. Of course, mostly for the reason, not just that he's in the semi-finals, but for the fact that his quarter-final victim was Caesar. The noise in the background is for football fans. Don't get scared that there's a lot of interference with the match. There isn't. A match between Manchester United and Liverpool here, it's currently at 2-2. So there will be more focus on the match when more focus on pool when football is done, and it's understandable. It's all sport, and it's two very well supported clubs. A match that is ending pretty soon and as tight as 2-2. Not so many times do you see Kelvin having this big fighting spirit. He normally likes to play one route, play offense. He has demonstrated that he has what it takes to play the other style too. Now he's favored to win frame number 2 because of his B side of the game, how he can play first by thinking and not first by shooting. That is a shot of intent, a demonstration of intent from Kelvin that he plans to steal frame number 2 away from Eria. That is very good shooting. How the white ball has been manipulated through the red and the black that neatly. It may look easy on the eye, but believe you me, it's not something that is perfection that is achieved after years of daily practice. Just like that, it's Kelvin 1 and Eria Chimuli 1. I'm seated right behind so many people, right between so many people, and most of them, their focus is now more football than pool. So it becomes a little bit too hard to concentrate, but I'll try my best. 1-1 between Kelvin in Kandu and Eria Chimol in the second semi-final of the ongoing Albertine Pole Association 64 man competition in the district of Hoima. And should Eria find a way of winning this match, I believe it will be a good name made for himself. Taking down both Kelvin and Caesar in a space of just 2 hours in the same comp and the quarters and semis respectively, that will be something. Coming up is the ladies final between Vicky and Angela. They'll be racing to 7. That one will be a Facebook stream, that is Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter, and then the men's final that will be on both platforms, Facebook and YouTube respectively. The Facebook page is Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter, and this is the YouTube page for the YouTube channel for the final break and finish live. Eria 2, Kelvin 1. Kamba, hi guys.
Hi guys.
Yes, your name and welcome them to the venue.
My name is Tina.
Yeah. Welcome them to the venue. You welcome them. Okay, she's shy, but that one was for. That one was Freddy Onyango and the Katanga Minerals. You guys are not concentrating on the match, you are concentrating on the lady who is serving drinks passing by the arena, because you say she has a very big booty. So she was just saying hi to you. That one was a joke, eh? But now back to Kelvin, who is down 2-1 against Eria Chimuli. Race to 7 in 75 minutes. So far it's 46 minutes to go. And when playing against Ian, it looks like too much time until he has the 3-1 lead and then 4-1 lead. Before you know, you are gone. A little bit of defensive work from Kelvin. One thing you like about Eria's game is the maturity with which he comes to the table, knowing exactly the kind of game approach of his opponent, and he plans accordingly. You see how he's forcing Kelvin to play a different kind of game than Kelvin does. I'm saying a different kind of game approach from the one Kelvin usually plays. He's normally supposed to be the guy that is offensive. He's finding himself, Kelvin, doing offensive duties, and that is what Eria is subjecting him to. And thank you for watching. Welcome to the stream. Many of you who have been watching Manchester United versus Liverpool, now I realize your numbers are growing because you've been watching football and nobody won that match, but it's Liverpool that actually won, because they maintain a healthy lead at the top of the Premiership table. That's what it's all about. And for Man U, there's no result that helps them that isn't a victory. Okay, I'm not going to continue with that one. It will divide you even more. You'll find even Eria's fans divided on that one, and also Kelvin's fans divided on that one. So you're probably supporting Kelvin. What if you discover he's supporting a team that you hate? That's just sport. Freddy Onyango, you're tipping Kelvin to win this competition. I wish you good luck, but he's trading in the semi-finals. He has not yet even made the final. But if he wins this match, it will be the fourth final out of 6 tournaments that he will have participated in Uganda. 4 of them reaching the final. That will be a very good return. The only problem is that the other 3, he has lost them all. Against Ibrahim Kayanja, against Mafia, who will really be wanting to win this competition, not just for the money, in my opinion, but for the sake of trying to win a comp in Uganda. And it will be a sweet one, 64 players and overcoming them. It will be something. Mwangozi Joseph, thank you for watching. I did not invite that lady for myself because most of you were concentrating on watching her instead of watching the game. I wanted her to speak to you. I've just been informed that all of them, there are very, very many that they have only been hired for this venue this week. So they don't even know about pool or anything that is going on. So Kelvin will be having one very dedicated fan whose noise you are probably hearing. That is Mafia, who has played the poorest match I've seen ever since he came to Uganda. Yeah, it was very, very poor when losing out in the round of last 16. Kelvin 2 and Eria 2. Thank you for the constant, Dennis Ongom. You are saying a timed race without a stopwatch is not necessary. And that umpire you are seeing him having his phone on the table. His phone is only having one application in use, that is the stopwatch. Every time a player takes a shot, he touches his stopwatch, it starts counting. At 30 seconds, he warns that it's 20 seconds to go because each shot is supposed to be taken in not more than 50 seconds. 40 minutes to go, Kelvin 2 and Eria 2. Rest to 7. And whoever qualifies from here, Ian will be awaiting them in the final. I know that Ian will very much be wanting a final against Eria Chimoli. Whether or not it can happen, your guess is as good as mine. Today you're asking who eliminated the Caesar. This guy who is playing did eliminate Caesar in the round of last 8, 6-2. And earlier on I messed up that was 6-1. Final score was 6-2.
Solomon, just go fast.
And now, given how tight this match is, I can have some predictions in the comment section. For some reason, one of the most interesting matches in the whole tournament, if not the most interesting, especially for its unpredictability. Eria 3 and Kelvin 2.
So immediately after this game, we shall have ladies final. Immediately after this final for them, we shall have ladies final.
And right after this match, before we have the final, we are going to have the men's final. Before we have the men's final, we are first going to have the ladies final. And I like you to catch the action in the ladies because Ugandan female players, believe you me, shoot at a very high level compared to all other countries on the continent besides South Africa. Kelvin needs to be aware that, just in case he was watching the match between Eria Chimoli and Caesar Chandiga, it is absolutely dangerous to allow Eria have a healthy lead on you. If he does, you are as good as gone. I've not seen any player who knows how to play delaying tactics and within the rules as does Eria. When he leads with one frame or two, with time running out, when knowing that it's 50 seconds to take a shot, he will be knowing which shot to take, but the play only until it's about 5 seconds left, and then play and play very simple shot, and then continue doing the same thing, the cycle repeating itself until it's not realistic enough that the match all goes on. But frame number 6 will be won by Kelvin, taking very little time between shots, using his potting prowess to equalize in on Eria. 3 for Kelvin and 3 for Eria. Rest to 7. I just love the fact that, yes, both Kelvin and Mafia will leave Uganda for Zambia in about a month's time or so, as better persons, more mature professionals, and maybe better players. Already they came as good players, make no mistake about that. But this kind of treatment they are subjecting them to can only make them even better. Leaving your own home country, being in a foreign country, moving hundreds and hundreds of kilometers touring the country, playing tournaments and matches against the better players in the place where you cannot even speak the language, put yourself at discomfort, have Christmas in a hotel room, the New Year's Eve finds you in a car, in a bus, moving to a distant place to participate in a tournament, and there is no luxury at all. That is what they are subjecting themselves to. That is what you have to go through as a pool player to better yourself. Challenge accepted. And yes, for the right reason, I believe that right now the tour of Kelvin and Mafia to Uganda is, for the last 2 weeks, the most trending thing in African pool. And whatever the outcome of this match or this tournament, they will both be moving to Kampala tomorrow morning. By the way, we are about 250 kilometers midwest of Kampala. And to move from Masaka, where they were 2 days ago, to this place, it was a fast road distance of about 8 hours. I believe you can understand what they went through. And while Eria will be doing the delaying tactics every time he gets the lead, with the Kelvin it's the different thing. His game is to attack. This frame is looking a little bit tricky, because the best looking ball on the table is the only ball that he will be putting now. If he's to go for the game now, that means that he has not to get it wrong at all in his attacking play. The red ball closest to the bottom of the table is the problem ball. I think it's the one he should be playing first. There is a big likelihood that he could deny himself white ball if he starts with the top ball. But no doubt it's a tricky looking frame. Whichever of the two balls he plays first gives him a difficulty in finding white ball for the last red. Nonetheless, he will try Kelvin. It's the only way he plays. It's how he wins. It's how he loses. This one should be a big shot if he gets it right. His intention was white ball to be right in between those two yellows. I don't think there is sight of the red, but maybe I'll tell from his body language. But from his body language, with the shake of his head, I think he's snookered at least partially. It needed pinpoint accuracy, as if he's playing a little bit of mass. White ball carving that little cast, gets it wrong. It is a foul. Advantage, Eria. And yes, offensive-minded players like Kelvin are the best players on the eye when you want to watch the game and enjoy. Sometimes being so offensive can be a little bit too complacent. It was always going to be very difficult even to try, even to dare finish that red frame. There were only 3 balls, but the last 2, whichever of the 2 balls he was ever going to pot, it was always going to be very difficult to get white for the last. Indeed, he finds himself in trouble. Frame number 7 he can as well forget, because it is very unlikely that Eria will be losing this opportunity to lead. And should he win this frame, he'll be daring to win the next area. And should he win 2 frames in a row, I believe Kelvin will be gone, just as was Caesar. For once, Eria gets it all wrong. I don't like it when an opportunity as big as that one to try and take down a player who is better than you, try and take the lead, and then you blow it away just like that. Every time you cannot pot, at least don't give the white ball away, because once you do, your opponent is more than able, more than capable of utilizing that. Experience is never bought, it is achieved on the table. Frame number 8, frame number 7 goes the way of Eria, achieving more experience and avoiding some errors which come a little bit childish. Nonetheless, Eria 3 and Kelvin 4. 25 minutes to go. Whoever wins the match is being awaited for by Ian Kazigwe. Up next, ladies final between Vicky and Angela, and then the ladies final will be only on Facebook. That is Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter, and then probably the men's final. Most especially if Kelvin is involved, then it will be on 2 platforms, because I know the people of Zambia love their Facebook, the people of Uganda love their YouTube. So I would rather have it both on Facebook and YouTube, then you watch on a match of your preference. And those of you who are watching from Zambia, please forgive me. I know that you like your Facebook a lot. I'm using 2 phones, 2 cameras to do the streaming. One of them is using Facebook, and then another normally uses YouTube. So I ran out of battery for the one I use on Facebook. That's why I'm charging it in time for the ladies final as well as the men's final. By the way, Kelvin and Mafia are already fully acclimatized to the Ugandan situation, most especially Mafia. He's really enjoying Uganda. He's quickly learning Luganda, one of Uganda's local languages, the one which is most widely spoken by about half of the population, especially in central Uganda. That's the other side of Kelvin. And maybe he has taken his notes, and I believe he's playing well, because Eria was hoping to feed off misses of Kelvin. In the background of the view is Caesar, who is only now a viewer, enjoying a match between 2 of his friends, Kelvin and Eria. Not so common that Caesar is a viewer. Normally he's a player up to later stages of the tournament. Most of them he's winning, but it's now a 3rd competition in a row that Caesar is not winning. That one I'm not so used to seeing at all, as Eria fouls. Tomorrow, keep your fingers crossed for the ATA Super 8 competition. It will be happening at Addis Port, 250 kilometers east of where we are. in Kampala. And yes, one of the players at the venue will be involved. That is Caesar. So he may either drive to the city after the comp, or he will drive very early morning tomorrow, just in time. Average speed driving is 5 hours. Tournament will be starting about 4 p.m. East African time. And yes, on that team, Ogaka, you're complaining about video quality. Now watching the video from another phone, the quality is pretty clear. Maybe the problem is with your gadget or your network. But to improve your video quality, please go to the settings of your phone, especially if you're watching on a phone. If you touch the screen, the icon that pops up on the top right is for settings. So you go to settings, then select quality, and then select advanced, and select the highest possible video resolution as long as you have the data bundles. Now this one provides over 1000 megapixels. If you watch on that one, it is HD quality. Meanwhile, while we are about 400 people watching this video, only over 20 have liked. Yeah, please don't forget, just touch that like button on the bottom right of your screen, just for YouTube to recommend the same video to other YouTubers like yourself. Please do like, and maybe in just about 5 seconds, all of you could have liked it. Yeah, it's all that you can do for the video. Liking is not even for the streamer as myself, it's only for the sport. The thing that can be done for the streamer is to watch the ad that plays before the video plays, especially on videos that are played live like this one. But if not live, the ads can also come in every once in a while when you are watching the video. Once you watch the ad to completion, it could take 15, 20, 30 seconds or less. If you watch the ad, you are doing it for the streamer. But for the sport, it's about liking and maybe sharing. Yeah, and close to 70 have liked. Thank you very much. In just a few seconds. Advantage, Eria Chimoli at least to play. Try and seal frame number 8 away from Kelvin, and this frame will be ending in the next 2-3 minutes. And I believe that after this one, at most we can play 2 more frames. That means this one is very crucial for both of the players, most especially for Eria to equalize. If he doesn't, it will be very difficult for him to take down Kelvin. Most especially, should Kelvin apply the negative time-wasting tactics that Eria did apply when he was beating Caesar. But before then, he must win this frame. He must find a way to win, and he knows it. Could play the yellow off the cushion, the one near the pocket. He gets himself snookered. Yes, he does. A sigh of relief as you can see the body of Eria Junior is presenting itself seemingly for him at least to play again in frame number 8, which is so far the most important frame of the match, which is now heavily poised in advantage of the Ugandan. The way the Ugandans here are falling in love with Eria, they look at him as a hope of simply ensuring that the tournament does not go away from one of their own. And he's not the most skillful player that you will ever find, but he has the skill enough. Most importantly, though, very good game reading. He's also very composed and normally thinks best before he takes his shots. Those are qualities that can normally help you win any player. He has a very good chance, in my opinion, of making the final now that he's winning frame number 8. With 15 minutes to go now, it's just about to become 4-4, meaning that maybe, just maybe, this match could be won by whoever of these two players wins the next frame. Eria 4 and Kelvin 4. "15 minutes and 14 seconds to go, and the clock is now paused. Timeout for Eria." I'm not so sure he should have asked for timeout when it's momentum on his side. Nonetheless, commentary will be resuming in 2 minutes when Eria returns from timeout. Could very easily be the ball that is losing him this match. Should Eria find a way of winning this frame number 9, which if he does, maybe with less than 10 minutes to go, maybe 7, maybe 6, then I will see no realistic chance with the delaying tactics at this point for Eria. And Plangat say that if Eria wins, then he will lose your mind. It's a game. Everybody plays in their own way. They win or lose in their own way. It's just about tactics like any other sport. Yeah, Eria knows that some of these players are better shooters than himself, so he has to devise other ways of how to play. He's also a decent shooter himself, by the way. Frame 9 heavily poised for Eria Junior to win, unless something goes terribly wrong with his attacking play, which if he gets right, frame number 10 will be for Eria to play delaying tactics to take himself to the final to try and take on Ian Kaziwa. Nine minutes to go. I'm envisaging a scenario where Kelvin will have about 5 minutes or so, maximum 6, to equalize in frame number 10, only to take the match to penalties. I believe that is his only realistic opportunity. Now, what Eria is doing, he knows that he's winning. He's probably going to play up to the black, but he wants it that by the time he wins the frame, Kelvin will not have enough time to win the next time. Just trying to read his mind. The ball is very clear while we pretend that he's inspecting the situation. He delays again. It is deliberate. In the end, it's very good skill, simple to get himself good white ball for the last yellow. And for the black here, I know he will simply need to go the white ball backwards. Naturally, it will move rightwards. As long as he avoids contact between the white and the black, then he will be good to go both yellow and black to the same corner pocket, bottom left of your screen. Here's the shot. Crucial shot it is. Accurate. Kelvin right to conflict. He knew the guy was going to take too much time. So to save some of the seconds Eria would have taken before putting the black. That was good ranks from Kelvin. It is 5 for Eria and 4 from Kelvin. 7 minutes left. Should Kelvin put the ball, he will be going for break and run here. But I know that much, he gets to put 1 yellow. With the self white actually 2 yellows, and it's a very good break. Very good break. maybe it is enough time left to play this frame to completion, with an assumption that Kelvin will be making break and dish, and then the next frame could be a decider. That is, if this one goes the way of break and dish, then we should be having maybe 4 minutes to play a next frame, which will be a decider, which may go to penalties or not, depending on how many balls are left on the table by the time the 1 hour and 15 minutes are done. This one reminds me of the management between Kelvin and Cyrus in Nigeria, so many kilometers away from here, about 5 days ago, if you guys remember. On New Year's Eve, was it? One day before New Year's Eve, that was 30th December. He needed to break and finish to win that money match, racing to 16. No black condition. With about $1,000 US. This one will be the quickest frame that Kelvin will be winning this tournament. Yes, 5 minutes to go. I believe these guys will be having 4 minutes to play out frame number 11. It will clearly be a decider, with the assumption that Kelvin is putting black. Now 5-5. Eria 5. 5. This one is decider. Sorry guys, the network has become a little bit stubborn at the wrong time of the match. But right now I believe that you are watching well and watching the one and only important part of the match. Seemingly, Eria Junior wants to take Kelvin out of the competition by break and finish, and it is Eria now wanting to play very fast. 2 minutes to go. If the 2 minutes are done with more than 7 balls left on the table, then the frame is left to completion. If not, we have, if the 2 minutes are done with less than 7 balls left on the table, then the frame is played to completion, or if not, we have penalties. Eria taking very little time between shots, you cannot imagine. Now he's the guy that needs to use very little time. seconds to go. He has gotten the movement of the white ball just a little bit wrong. With 1 and 20 seconds to go, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 balls left on the table. He must go for the yellows if them. Then the frame has to be played to completion. If not, we have penalties. Crucial shot this one. He is on target. Very white ball. 50 seconds, 57 seconds to go. That one could be the frame winning shot. Shot on target. Another very good white ball for the black. It is 7 balls left on the table. He no longer needs to panic whatsoever. He has all the time in this world. No need to play a rush. The time rule no longer applies. It is him versus the black to knock down Kelvin from the tournament as he did his area versus the black and wins.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Angela, who's in there? Vicky, come here.